But then Dez went on to say, I honestly feel like the guy is extremely soft. That's the player that I saw on Thursday at Jerry World. And Dez said, I think he's just a bunch of talk. If I was out and about, I wouldn't dare on my life let him talk to me the way he talked to me on that field. Well, as you two both know, all is fair in love and on the football field. You can get away with a lot of stuff on the field you can't get away with out at the club, right? Out on the street. And then Josh said after the game that actually Dez started it after the game on the field. And it looked to me, and again, I'm not there, but it looked to me like Josh went over and started up again. And it looked like he took a little swing at Dez, and it definitely looked like he threw a towel at Dez. So it's like you lost, and you lost badly, and now you have to take the focus off how badly you were beaten on the football field, and you have to turn it into some post-game show where all Josh knows that the media is going to want to talk about is they got into it during and after the game, and the focus gets lost on the fact that you got your butt kicked. Because I've said this before about Josh, he's not that fast. He was a 4.6 40 guy coming out of college. I do admire him because he can cover, but sometimes he gets overmatched, and then he has to resort to psychological warfare, and in this case, it didn't work. And then he pushed and pulled harder and harder verbally until I thought he embarrassed himself on and off the football field on Thursday night at Jerry World. Your thoughts?
Well, I was disappointed in how the two of them got into it after the game. I don't have a problem with how you talk, how much trash you talk during the whistles between those white lines. I have no problem with that. The one thing I will say that I was disappointed in Josh was I think Dez ran a slant and Josh got his legs. He stood up.
Did the same thing in Odell Beckham.
Did. Yeah. For that, yeah. That's you don't need to do that. But I think this is just another case of how Josh can use the psychological warfare and get in your head. Now, Dez Bryant says they need to get their money back and he can't cover. Well, on Thursday, he had 3 catches for 32 yards when Josh covered him. Last year when they played him, he had 1 catch for 6 yards.
You mean when you guys went to Jerry World?
Yes.
When Tony Romo threw 3 interceptions, including 2 pick sixes.
Correct.
Okay.
So in the first time they played him in September, 0 catches on 2 targets when Josh covered them. So in my opinion, it's working. Josh is, now they lost the game, but for what they paid him to do, he's doing his job. He's shutting them down. Like, he's not scoring touchdowns or he's not catching the ball. And if he is catching the ball, it's for minimal yards.
And
so
when they wanted to try and get Dez the ball, they put him in the slot because they knew Josh, they found out early on, Josh was not going to travel in the slot. Now, if he's going to be on outside the numbers on either side, Josh, with a pharmaceutical sales rep, he was willing to travel. Get into the slot.
And you've always had a problem that he won't travel.
Yeah, but now that he's traveling, I don't have a problem. You know, for me, Skip, I was a big talker, and there was no social media when I started in the league, and even when I left, there was still no social media. I didn't have a problem talking. I would talk leading up to the game. I would talk into the game. Once the game was over, I'm done.
Yeah.
Whatever I was supposed to do, that I did or didn't do, I'm done with it. Whatever you were supposed to do or didn't do, let's be done with it. I'm not meeting you. First of all, if I felt someone was being hostile towards me during the game, I'm not even going to the middle of the field to meet anybody else that I might know on the team because I don't want that. Because I don't want
yourself in that situation.
Right. Because either my team had a big win or we had a loss, which in either case, I don't want to usurp either one of those. So with that being said, Josh, your team lost. Hey, chalk it up to the Cowboys. They did a better job than we did today. Hey, there'll be brighter days. There's a chance we might see them down the road in the playoffs. And move on. Dez, you won the ball game. Don't be bigger than the game. Just say, hey, I did what I had to do. My team won. Because the way I look at it, whether I caught 1 pass or 2 passes, if my team won, I beat the guy that was covering me. That's all I need to know. Winning, because I've had some great games, Skip, where I had 100+ and we lost. What good is that? Because at the end of the day, isn't it about the W? Yeah, you want to get your numbers, you want to get your stats. But if I don't get the win, if my team doesn't win, I'm not pleased with my results. I just don't get these guys, and now they're making it personal. And it should never be personal.